Hey, good morning, everybody. 11:35 on the West Coast. Markets are down again, bouncing off the bottoms, it looks like. We are almost fully invested. We have $1,200 left of buying power. And then looking at our positions, Amazon is our worst position, and Maxar is our best. We've gotten a quick 16% in this stock. What I want to do is sell my winner and buy my loser. And I want to take advantage of this dip in Amazon at 2,900. Adding another share will make it our top position with NVIDIA. I'm okay with that. With fractional shares, I would just be dollar costing in portion, it's a $40,000 account, so we're constrained with our capital. So we have to make decisions on what we think is going to grow the fastest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, we're going to take profits here in Maxar. And we want at least 29.85 for all those. So. All right. So that was filled, and the other one that we're going to fold for now is Dexcom. We can hop back in here at a later date if we need to. There's a big gap in here, bid spread, so let's get 385 even for these guys. And let's just put these out there. And if they get picked up, we're going to rotate this money. Alright, so we're filled. So now our cash available is up to $3,800. And what I want to do is, let's take a look at Amazon here. The market is weaker today than I had hoped. I like this pattern on the daily. Again, pretty good breakdown here. Very rarely get a stochastic in Amazon. This oversold, so let's be timely, and let's just keep looking at different time frames. I like that it's sold down, and we're kind of basing here. What we want to see is on this 50, this is a minute. Let's see, what are we at here? 5 minutes. So each one of these bars is 5 minutes. 50 of those bars is what represents the blue line. And that 50-day moving average, whether we go out and look at it on a daily, which we're breaking down, this is a really negative signal. We're still way above it from, this is a monthly. So the 50-month, we're way above. The 50-day, this actually might be weekly, hold on. Yeah, so it's weekly. So the 50-week, we're way above. And the 50-day, we're below. Do I think we're going back to $2,400 Amazon? I don't think so. If we do, that'll be a interesting problem for the entire market to deal with. Definitely on some weakness here. Just kind of skipping through the different time frames. So we have our buying power up. What I'd really like to see is for one of these 5-minute ticks to close above its 50. And we need to hold the minute. So another one of our worst stocks today is Trex. It's just coming off of a split, so it's kind of getting that post-split churn. But there's going to be a bottom in Trex that I think is pretty tasty. 47 times. I like stocks that are 40 to 80 times earnings. More than that is a little too growthy for most people, and under that, we're not taking enough risk, for most age groups. PE is mostly just a measure of risk, so I like to take risk between 30 and call it 25 and 75. But once you start getting to triple digit PE, it means you're paying $100 for every dollar of earnings, and then you're really playing for the future game, which is fine. We were playing long term. So one thing about percent held by institution, that means that it's mostly held by funds and banks, ETFs, stuff like that. We actually want the percent to be quite a bit lower. A good example of one that's a huge company. If you look at Walmart, only 28% of this company is held by institutions. The rest of it is held by the Walton family, and it's not traded. So there's a theory that if there, is ever any real negative downside in Walmart, the family is still so invested that they'll step in, and then the premium on the float of shares that's out there is better. So comparing Trex and Walmart, even though the companies are totally different, just comparing the percent held by institution, Trex is fully institutionally owned, and Walmart is not. And I would prefer to stay on this side. When you have, this is just a safer company. It's 22 times, and you can see it has a 1% short interest. The short interest in Trex is almost 10%. So you're going to get more volatility whenever that's the case. So we're keeping that position small. It's currently the smallest position in our portfolio. And we were early on that. But that's a company that I do really like. Sometimes you're going to get disconnects between good company, bad stock, and we need that stock to start proving itself. Apple under 110 here is really nice too. So what we'll do to clean this week up is we're going to buy a share of Amazon. It's just about, do you think we can get a little bit better price? We bought our first share at $3,200, so we're 275 bucks underwater on the first one. I'd love to have a basis in this around $3,000. I think this is another stock that inevitably will split just because of how popular it is as a company and as a name brand. And $2,900 is out of reach for a lot of people. Even if they have fractional portfolios, psychologically they'll be less inclined to buy it. And these exchanges want to be able to, they get paid on volume, so they want Amazon to be split. So $29.25. And let's just not try to time the market. Let's just get this on. Our basis will update here in a second. $900 left, so let's just get this all the way in. $388. Which at this point we're going to have to sell stuff to open new positions. So kind of round everything out a little bit. Let's take a look at what we got. Amazon, Nvidia, Square, Tesla, Apple. All right, we're going to have some waves up and down, and that's going to happen. But these are my most confident plays. I feel okay getting rid of what we got rid of. Not that I have any negative feelings, towards those. We just got a quick move in MaxR, which, we'll take. And then we'll look to get back in that if that cools off. Just keep an eye on it. I still am interested in that company, but I bought it with low conviction. So that's what happens when you get tested when you buy stuff that has low conviction, is it's easier to take profits in. So I'm happy being able to get back into Amazon at a better price. So market now, if this has been like our last 7-8 days, we just bought stock. Now we're going to sell off and mess up the timing. It's kind of been a little earlier. This live stream is later in the day because the last few sessions we've put stuff on and it's just been early, so just trying to wait a little longer in the day to make a little bit more informed decisions with things. And this is great. Hopefully there's a breakout coming in this stock. Keep an eye on it. I have no problem keeping an eye on it and getting back in. So we'll see. DraftKings, jog along. Let's go. I don't care if I have a position in something or not. I'm rooting for all this stuff to succeed and work out, except for Spotify. It's another story. We're kind of battling back here. Feel pretty good. We're about $1,500 down since we started 8 days ago. We're fully invested. We have all of our chips on the table. And I feel pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to just evaluate these positions. And now that we're invested, it's less about putting them on, more about maintaining. And do we want to be more consolidated at the top, or do we want to spread that out over more positions? And we'll just kind of read the market. Right now, I want to be a little bit more defensive with the Apple Amazon trade to come back. I think that's just getting a little overdone. So having those at the top with my other longer term higher conviction trades feels pretty comfortable, even though we're down. So let's hopefully get a little bid here into the weekend. I mean, it's never super busy. We're right in line with the NASDAQ, like exactly. So we are where we need to be. So probably no more live stream today, podcast this weekend. Again, thanks for all your support of the Money School. Hope you have a great end of your week and a peaceful weekend. My people on the West Coast finally got some rain yesterday. Hopefully the air quality, it's been a pressure cooker out here on the West Coast for the last week or so. So it's good to see that kind of go away. So hope everybody's staying safe and has a good weekend with their family. And I'll check in with you in the next couple days.